Hi dear students, we have come back to Unit 2 Self-Management Skills. From the beginning itself, I have said that our text is theoretically divided into two sessions, that is Part A and Part B. So from the Part A, one unit is over, and this Part A, 5 units are there. This unit together called Employability Skills. CBSE introduced many skill subjects and we have taken this IT. And all the skill subjects, this employability skills as one part. And the next is based on the subject they have selected. Okay, so we move to the next one, self-management skills. And one more thing, CBSE introduced these skill subjects. They have intention to make the students employable after their studies. That is why, as a part of their studies, they have introduced these skills which is necessary to our daily life. So let us move to the Unit 2, Self-Management Skills. What is self-management? Self-management means managing ourselves. How can you manage ourselves? So when we are getting a task, we have to do that in a successful way, right? For that, what we have to do? We have to check that what are the things we need or required to do that task. And afterwards, we need to organize. So which one need to do first, like that, right? Then afterwards, we need to check that each part will do effectively. Then all together we'll get a successful one. Okay, then only we can do the task successfully. In between we have to face many risks, challenges, etc. That time itself we have to manage ourselves. Understood? So that is self-management. So in general we can say that self-management refers to a process of organizing resources and directing efforts for the successful accomplishment of individual goals and objectives. Organizing resources, that only I said, when we are getting any job, any task, that time we have to collect all the things that we need to do that task and afterwards organize which one need to do first and the second one, third one, like that we need to organize. Then not only organizing, and after organizing we could not sit simply. So we have to work hard towards that. That is why directing efforts. What need to do all these things for getting a successful achievement or accomplishment. The task will be a successful one. Okay, so organize our plans, implement our plans, then only we will get a successful task. That is the introduction part, self-management. And actually, what is the main objective? The main objective of the self-management skills to draw maximum output out of minimum efforts. Maximum output from minimum efforts means what? See, for example, if you take your studies, you have prepared for everyone is preparing for the exam, right? And for the unit test, your preparations will be there, and the annual exam, the same preparations will be there. But in the term of preparations, little difference is there. Why? In the unit test, you have very few number of lessons, but in the annual lessons, more number of lessons. So that time we have to work hard more. Which one for the annual exam? Okay, so depends on the task we get, we have to work hard. Whatever it may be, we have to produce a maximum. If it is a unit test or if it is an annual exam, we should get the good marks. Okay, with minimum period of time, we need to work hard. Okay, that's why maximum output we need to get. It's not a long-term process. Maximum output we need to get within a short period of time. So there we can see our skills, self-management skills. So that is the main objective, maximum output from minimum efforts by an individual. Okay. The essential self-management skill is self-confidence. If you have self-confidence, then you can do anything. If no one is there for encouraging you and motivating you, but still you can do if you are self-confident. And in this unit, we are going to learn the concept of self-management and the positive effects of self-management. Then afterwards, the concept of self-confidence, then the different factors that help in building self-confidence, and afterwards some tips that you help to build self-confidence, that is self-confidence building tips. Okay, it's a small session, but it includes a lot of things that will be helpful for us. Let us move to our first session, that is self-management. So as a definition, we can say that self-management is defined as the application of skills and strategies that help an individual throughout his life to achieve goals and objectives and become more productive. So all are talented, right? In one way or other, all are talented. So how will you know, how others know that you are talented? Then you are expressing your talents in different ways. Okay, some are very talented to draw some pictures. When they draw pictures only, the others can understand that he or she can draw. That is the application of skills. Understood? So if the studies case also like that, if he studies, you are getting good marks, then the other teachers or parents or others can understand that he or she is good in studies, right? So there also application of your skills. In that way, in one way, sports, some are very talented in sports, for singing, for doing other tasks. Okay, so if you apply your skills, then only you yourself can understand, at the same time others also. That is why we can say the definition, it's an application of skills and strategies that help an individual throughout his life. So these skills, not only in particular way, but the whole life, it should be helpful for getting or to achieving goals. And become more productive means what? More output will get. Okay, he or she is a talented, but he will get marks. In the term of yours case only, I said you are getting marks, but more effort, more marks, so more productive. Okay, so this self-management skills help him or her to attain more from minimum period of time. So how we can control, or how we can apply these skills? It includes decision making, managing time, setting goals, making plans and timetable. See, it will not get simply. So we have to make decisions, proper decisions. Decision making, managing time. So time management is very important. Setting goals, we have to set goals. This will be like this, and after doing this, after this task, it will be like. So we should have a plan. Based on that, we need to set goals, and all together we need to create a timetable for doing this task. And these skills or self-management covers the abilities of an individual to manage sentiments. See, not only completing the task, in between challenges are there, risks are there. That time we are able to control ourselves. We manage ourselves, control our emotions, feelings. Even if in a tough situations, that also we can handle effectively. Advantages of self-management are: it helps an individual to make the best possible use of his abilities, skills and knowledge. So one who manage himself, he or she they can make the best possible use. That means they can take their maximum skills, abilities and knowledge towards that. Okay, it helps an individual to make the best possible use. So maximum, what talents they have, they can take the maximum of that. It motivates an individual to contribute optimally towards the achievement of goals. So contribute all the way he can contribute. It makes an individual more organized. That means every life activities, they will be very systematically do all work, organized. Okay, simply should not do. They plan out and then afterwards they do all the works. Gives an individual the confidence to handle situations in an effective and efficient manner. So this helps, or this gives an individual for getting the confidence, self-confidence to handle situations, whatever may be the situation. Even if it is a tough situation also, they can handle effective and efficient manner. And it helps an individual to show positive attitude towards the responsibilities in both personal and professional lives. So personal life and professional life is both are different, right? So this self-management helps an individual always show positive attitude towards in the professional side and the personal side. And many responsibilities are there professionally as well as personally. So if we think positively, then only we can handle it effectively. So that ability we can get from the self-management. It helps an individual to manage time, stress and priorities. So managing time is very important, right? Time will go, but we could not control, we could not stop the timings. So within that time we have to achieve our goals. So this self-management skills helps an individual to control, to manage time, stressful situations are there, handle effectively in the stress situations, and the priorities. So many tasks, which one need to do the first? Priority means preference. So which one need to do first? All these things we can learn from the self-management, or will get from the self-management. So that's all about session 1, self-management. So we are winding up with the session 1. We'll see in the next class. Thank you.